Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day. My day is all right. Today is Tuesday. It is June. No, it's not June. It's May. May 27th. Hope all you guys are doing well. Not much going on today, but it's just a Tuesday, so what can you expect? Um, Not much for me to yap about for those who notice. Got my ears pierced today. What can I say? Got bored. Done with high school. I'm 18, so why not? But yeah, with that being said, let's get started. Moving into the Trump administration segment per usual, the first topic we have today is a top Trump advisor has confirmed that Medicaid cuts are coming. The White House's advisor, David Sack, admitted that the GOP's bill includes significant cuts to Medicaid. Sachs, who is Trump's AI and crypto czar, said on the All In podcast, "This bill cuts $880 billion in Medicaid over a decade. This statement undercuts weeks of lying by Trump and his administration. This came as Sachs pushed for more spending cuts, but said Trump did not have the House votes he needed for those cuts. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates 10 million people losing coverage by 2034, and the bill requests able-bodied adults younger than 65 to log at least 80 hours of work, schooling, or community service to be eligible for Medicaid." My screen's frozen. I don't know if this recording's working. Okay, I think we're good. I think it caught up, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Anyways, let's just sit with that number for a second. 880 billion. That's more than we spend on the U.S. military in 2023 by about 60 billion. Keep in mind, that's over a 10-year period. Trump's new bill would make the military budget larger as well. Would you rather spend 880 billion on Medicaid or the military? That's a genuine question. I would like all of you to answer that if you feel like it. Truly, let me know. Because I can't believe that the czar for AI and crypto is the first person to say this, and on a podcast of all places. What year are we in? Like, what is going on in the United States of America where the czar for AI and crypto is the first person to confirm that Medicaid cuts are coming because of the Trump administration's bill? Like, at least someone's being serious in that administration. Moving on, RFK has announced the CDC will no longer recommend the COVID vaccine. RFK Jr. has announced that Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are no longer recommending for children and healthy pregnant women to get the COVID vaccine. He said in a video attached to his post, "I couldn't be more pleased to announce as of today the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC's recommended immunization schedule. This was announced on Twitter and appears to be a shortcut of the process set up by advisors to discuss and make changes to the CDC's vaccination guidance. Kennedy has also stalled other overdue recommendations for RSV vaccines and meningococcal vaccines." This is the same guy who said people shouldn't take medical advice from him, by the way. RFK Jr. has to be one of the most unqualified people in this entire administration, because the only smart thing that he has said this entire administration is to not take medical advice from him. The amount of things he has said about vaccines and so many other diseases are just insane. He does not have a clue about healthcare or health at all. He had his brain eaten by a worm. Like, he went into a pool with parasites. Or not a pool, a lake with parasites. That man does not know what he's doing. He should not be in charge of the nation's healthcare. Let's be real. Moving on, Trump has admitted to helping Russia. Trump made an interesting claim today that Russia would be facing serious consequences if it wasn't for him following aerial attacks on Ukraine. Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social, "What Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is that it wasn't for me. Lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia, and I mean really bad. He's playing with fire." Is he saving Putin and Russia from war with Europe? Or what is he saving Putin and Russia from? Because that is a bold claim, especially after the years of foreign policy we've had in the United States. Our views on Russia have totally flipped in this administration, yet nobody in office questions that, and it worries me. What is going on with this Trump-Russian alliance? What is going on behind the scenes? I want to know. I want to know answers. Not only as someone who brings you the news, but these are things that genuinely interest me. I'm really interested in geography, alliances, um, all those sorts of things, and if we're going to be allied with Russia, I want to know the details, at least, not even from a news, like from a personal aspect. I just am genuinely interested in what is behind that. What are the deals behind that? How does that impact Europe? There's so many things that go into that. Moving on, the Trump has pardoned a man after his mom donated $1 million to the Trump campaign. Trump has Trump has pardoned a former nursing home executive who pleaded guilty to tax evasion after his mother attended a Mar-a-Lago fundraiser where people paid $1 million to attend. Paul Walkazak was convicted of not paying more than $10.9 million in taxes to fund his lifestyle. He was sentenced to 18 months and ordered to pay $4.4 million in restitution last month. He sent an application for pardon around Election Day, and his mother would be invited to a candlelight fundraiser dinner at Mar-a-Lago, where Trump was listed as a guest speaker. The event was hosted by MAGA Inc., the super PAC that raises essentially unlimited funds for the Trump administration. Less than 3 weeks later, Trump had partnered Walkazak. Holy corruption. Buying pardons, buying citizenship. What's next? Buying a luxury dinner with the president? Oh, wait. He's already done that, too. Um, the oligarchy has been here for a long time, and the Trump administration is just proof of that, and it needs to be put down, really, essentially. We cannot let those who have everything dictate those who have nothing. We are the land of the free, not the land of the poor and the controlled. And there are so many people who would be disappointed to see what the Trump administration is doing today. Moving on to the final segment today, going into our other news segment, a former police chief / murderer has escaped from prison. Former Arkansas police chief convicted of rape and murder escaped from prison on Sunday. Grant Hardin was chief of police in Gateway, Arkansas for around 4 months in 2016. The state's Department of Corrections confirmed his escape from Northern Central Prison Unit in Kalaska Rock, where he had been incarcerated since 2017. According to the BBC, multiple agencies are currently involved in the search. The amount of prison breaks recently are really concerning. I don't know what cuts were made to prisons. I didn't think I heard anything about that, but, at the end of the day, we don't hear anything, so I probably am wrong about that. So, what's going on? I mean, people who commit crimes in the United States should be in U.S. prisons, but how do we expect to house them if they can break out so easily? I mean, we had, 13 people break out from a prison in Louisiana, I believe, a few days ago. And now we've had this prison break. Like, so many people are breaking out of jail. What is going on? What is happening in these prisons? But that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. If you're on YouTube, please consider subscribing, dropping a like, dropping a comment down below. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, and I would really appreciate all forms of support. I really appreciate it. If you're on Substack, please consider pledging your support. All funds go to me. They help me pay for the things that I'll need to pay for in college, like food, clothing, all those kinds of things. But if not, you can always subscribe for free. I do appreciate all forms of support on all of my content. It truly means the world to me. Wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. Please also check out my Blue Sky, link in the bio of both of my Substack and YouTube. It's where I post out the notifications for these videos coming out and all the other little random bits and pieces. But yeah, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Later.